Gary, so you've lived the worst case scenario for lawyers with your firm collapsing twice. Can you
Yes.
take us back to what happened and how that shaped your view of what was broken in law firm business models?
Oh, that's a great question. So, coming out of law school, I knew I didn't. I went to Stanford at a time when you could get 50 offers, and I didn't want to work for one of the big firms, so I picked a small firm in San Diego. Really great lawyers, really nice people, and I didn't have a clue what the economics of that firm looked like. Um, and so I was just learning how to practice law and learning what I wanted to do. But after a while, you'd see people going off into the back room and having these sidebar conversations, and the partners not necessarily getting along. And before I know it, the firm had broken into several pieces. I was fortunate to land at a good firm after that. But it's like, I guess what I learned there is that quality lawyering does not necessarily equal quality economic performance or business performance. So I practiced in another firm in San Diego, one of the largest ones there for a while. My wife and I decided we wanted to move somewhere else to raise our family. So I moved to Boise, and I landed in the branch office of a 300 lawyer regional firm. And again, great lawyers, really nice people. But there was some really weird stuff going on there. It was like nobody made any money in this giant, prestigious firm. And so after a while, there are really strange things. Like my review from my first year there was done by somebody from Seattle who I'd never met. Um,
That's
and he
odd.
was kind of making stuff up from notes that people had made that made no sense at all. So it was just, having a bad fit there. And then one day, I'm at home on a Saturday afternoon, and the managing partner of the local office calls me up and says, the office is closing on Monday. And, so I'm sitting there. I had a 6-month-old baby at the time and no job. Now, once again, I was fortunate. But let's stop with that firm and talk about what I learned from that. Again, it's prestige doesn't matter, but overhead matters a lot. In this firm, this office was carrying the overhead the same as in Boise, Idaho, the same as the office in Seattle. And so, with that kind of overhead load, people couldn't make any money. And so the local partners were happy, the Seattle partners were unhappy, and that broke into several pieces. And I went with a number of lawyers to my long-term firm called Givens Pursley. And, I had gotten an offer there when I went to Boise and fell for and made the wrong decision. But they took me back, fortunately, and went there, and suddenly everything changed.